It is an overwhelming experience to be in the middle of the West Philippine Sea on a resupply mission to a Philippine Navy outpost in Ayungin Shoal, and yet you're surrounded and outnumbered by the China Coast Guard, the Chinese Maritime Militia, and even the People's Liberation Army Navy. Rappler is on board the Philippine Coast Guard's Melchora Aquino on a resupply mission to the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. The day ends on a win, but that's not the full story. The two military contracted resupply boats make it to the BRP Sierra Madre, and Philippine Coast Guard vessels get the closest they have ever been to Ayungin Shoal. And since they're already here, they decide to grab the opportunity and ride rigid-hulled inflatable boats to get to the lagoon of the shoal, to see the BRP Sierra Madre up close. Inside the lagoon, the Philippines outnumbers China, but outside, in the open sea, it's a whole different story. It is November 10 and 5 Philippine ships, the Melchora Aquino, BRP Cabra, BRP Sindangan, and the Onaizame 1 and ML Kalayaan military contracted boats carrying supplies for Marines stationed at the Sierra Madre, face a barrier of 33 vessels from the China Coast Guard and Chinese Maritime Militia.
So at this point, we are less than 2 nautical miles away from the BRP Sierra Madre. However, you have this Chinese Maritime Militia ship blocking the view at this point. The BRP Sierra Madre is a brown dot there in the horizon.
It is easy to focus on the win at hand, but getting here, getting close to Ayungin Shoal, is not easy. Here in the West Philippine Sea, during resupply missions to Ayungin, the PCG relies on skill and smarts in the hope of beating China's might. The crew members of the Cabra, the Sindangan, and the Melchora Aquino deftly outmaneuver and outstrategize the CCG and CMM. This is China Coast Guard Vessel 3303, among the biggest in its roster deployed today. Its bow number will be hard to forget.
It is 9 in the morning on November 10, a few hours into the resupply mission to the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. And at this point, here at the Melchora Aquino, the PCG has been preparing to bring down a rubber boat, one of its rubber boats on board. And as a result, as you can see, we are surrounded by Chinese vessels, particularly the Chinese Maritime Militia. Here, the crew seems to be checking on what we are doing here, but here, 00301, the boat closest to where the rubber boat has been partially lowered, it's not yet in the sea, you see their crew is paying close attention to what the Melchora Aquino is doing at this point.
Its task is clear: shadow and block Melchora Aquino from her mission, to accompany the two resupply boats alongside the Cabra and Sindangan.
It is a vast ocean, and yet the 00227, China Coast Guard 3303, and the other Chinese Maritime ship, it's blue, managed to find us and keep close to us. So
3303 at one point crosses the Melchora Aquino's bow as it sails, a dangerous maneuver that could lead to a collision at sea. The Cabra and Sindangan, smaller and more agile, are subject to even more harassment and blocking attempts. The ML Kalayaan, owned by the municipality of Kalayaan, is not spared. The China Coast Guard fires a water cannon to intimidate it. Worst things have happened in resupply missions of the past. PCG ships have been subject to military-grade lasers, the use of water cannons, and just a few weeks ago, a China Coast Guard ship collided with the Onaizame 2, leaving it out of commission for this resupply round. Ayungin Shoal is among the features in the Spratlys that the Philippines controls. The PCG says sending rubber boats was a way to show Philippine control over the shoal. But Manila has to fight for that control. And this resupply mission is but one chapter in the long saga of the growing tensions between Manila and Beijing in the South China Sea. China claims practically all of the South China Sea is theirs. The Philippines says they're wrong and has a 2016 arbitral ruling to back it up. In a statement, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin tells Manila to stop making maritime provocations and remove the BRP Sierra Madre. Manila says it will not budge. In a statement from the National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea, the Philippines says it will, quote, not be deterred from exercising our legal rights over our maritime zones, including Ayungin Shoal. After the diplomatic protests are filed and the strong statements of condemnation are made, like clockwork, another resupply mission will take place. Philippine authorities hope that tensions, high as they already are, will not escalate. The Philippines worries about the safety of Filipino Marines on the BRP Sierra Madre, of PCG personnel who weave through China's fleet of vessels, and of fisherfolk who count on the riches of the West Philippine Sea to live. Because when your last mission is a 33-5 battle, how much higher can tensions go? Bea Cupin Rappler, reporting from the West Philippine Sea.